Hello and welcome. I am the Soul Enchantress, and today you're in for a treat. I'm going to give you a look behind the scenes of where I am at today in my life and business. So I feel called to speak about this more so also to kind of create a record of it, and as I did when I approached my decade of being in business as the Soul Enchantress. So this is for you as much as it is for me. And one of the things I wanted to highlight also is that if you've been in business for a number of years or decades, you will kind of be in this space of having a foundation and then having built your house, your castle, so to speak, and then taking a look and surveying the land to see where you are going next. So it's kind of that next part of your adventure in life and business. And I always use both the terms life and business because I look at everything from an energetic perspective, and therefore there is no real separation between a business leader and entrepreneur, their business and their life and lifestyle, even though you might run a huge multinational business or you may actually run a small solopreneur style company. It doesn't matter. So where I am at now, and the reason that I decided to create this message is that have you ever felt this, where you one day literally sat down and then you've realized when you've looked around you and looked at your business and your life, you realize, oh my goodness, I am actually living the dream and I have achieved all of the goals and desires that I set out to achieve? Have you ever felt that? Have you ever, or maybe if you haven't actually reached that or you haven't felt that, maybe you've wondered what would it feel like to look at your life and your business and realize, oh wow, I am sitting in the middle of my dream. Like, you realize you are sitting in the middle of your dream. It is a moment where you realize that all of the unattainable, unrealistic dreams, desires and goals that you'd set for yourself, you dreamt about, you'd imagined, you'd fantasized about, and you'd yearned for, is now actually your life and business. Have you ever experienced that? But then when you actually do that, because that is what my experience now is with my life and business, I realize that all of these milestones that I had planned to achieve and arrive and come at, they have actually arrived and come and appeared. However, and it's not that I haven't been celebrating them, because you should always celebrate every goal, every milestone, every tiny synchronicity, everything. I mean, I consider my life to be this sacred adventure, so everything is celebrated in my life and business. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, and it's also not that you're living unconsciously so that you don't realize when you've arrived at certain goals and milestones and you've manifested certain realities. It's not the unconscious part, it's the sometimes you do, but even that is like another stepping stone in your journey, that sometimes you actually stop and look, and when you see where you're at, you realize, oh wow, you are at the top of the mountain that you decided to climb. Now, it doesn't mean that your mountain is the highest mountain. There are so many higher mountains that you can climb. But you've come to the peak of the mountain that you decided to climb, and you've achieved your ideal lifestyle and your way of living and running your business and working and creating impact in the world and being of service. Okay, so have you ever experienced that? Have you or maybe wondered what it would feel like? Well, let me tell you, it is actually a very humbling experience, and it also gives you this innate sense of deep fulfillment and bliss. But here's the thing I also want you to understand. My innate sense of deep fulfillment and that peace came before I arrived here. Okay? So as I always say, you've got to do the inner energetic work first and be in that vibrational frequency before you actually see it in your outside life. And this is a case in point, and this is a great example of it. So what I realized a few days ago is, wow, if I am in this place where, in my life and business, where all that I desire is here, then it's not that I haven't got more huge goals that I am working towards, because you always set the next goal and the next goal in the middle of the previous goal. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I realized the person I am today and the quantum leaps that I have actually gone through, and am embodying the version of me that is here today. And also, if you know about my cosmic and galactic soul background, you'll know that there are different versions of me that have stepped in throughout my life. So because of all of those reasons, the version of me today and who I am today and the life I'm living, I realized that there were a few tweaks that I needed to make, because certain parts of what my lifestyle I yearned and dreamed about, especially like traveling the world in luxury and literally just, going to so many different destinations and doing whatever it is I wanted. This is just an example. Like, that just doesn't excite me as much as it did. I actually prefer a more blissful and peaceful state of being, as opposed to traveling a lot. And I used to travel a lot all over the world, and it was beautiful, luxurious, and all of that. But the travel side of it doesn't actually excite me as much. Well, for one reason, I am a powerful sorceress, seer, and a shaman, and I can travel to anywhere, backwards, forwards, sideways in time, and go to most destinations anyway, minus the jet lag. So I might be different to most people. However, it's just a change in preference, and there are so many different things that I have changed within me, and therefore my way of working and how my business runs and what I do has to also match that frequency and allow my lifestyle that I am living now. It's not so much that my goals now are not about how I can create a new lifestyle, because I am actually in the enviable place where most people want money, time, and energy. And If you have a lot of time, then you may not have enough money, or you may not have enough energy, and energy is also wellness. So you may be getting sick, and you might have time, but then you may not also have the amounts of money that you want. And if you have your energy piece, then maybe you are missing one or the other of the money or time. And most people may have lots of money, but they certainly don't have time, and they're time poor, and they're also more than likely energy poor, and they have a lot of health problems. So I have created a life where I actually enjoy all of it: the money, the time, and the energy. And so because of that, I'm not looking to create a whole new lifestyle. I am at this beautifully blissful lifestyle I have created for myself, where I am fully replenished in all areas of life and business. So now I have to actually look at how I can harmonize my business and revenue flows, and the way that I create and impact the world. How does that reflect my lifestyle that is how I want it to be? So there are tweaks. So I realized, I need to actually create a whole new lifestyle in terms of looking at how my lifestyle works, because I thought my lifestyle was what I had actually set out to achieve, which I have already achieved and surpassed it. So now what is it? Who am I? What is it that really deeply fulfills me now and puts me in a state of bliss? And here's the interesting thing. So inside my Sacred Wisdom Library and Cosmic Sound Temple, one of the first pieces of wisdom that went in there was how to create your soul-driven lifestyle, and how to create your travel, work, play lifestyle, how to discover the life that you were born to live, and how to step into that, and how then from there you can create and harmonize your business and your money flow. The funny part is, I always say this, the energetics, the wisdom, and the insights always remain constant. It is just the numbers and the nuances and how it appears in your life that changes. So where do you think I went in order to create this new way of living and running my business? Into my library of sacred wisdom and cosmic sound. And that was one of the energetic pieces that I used to do that. So if you are at any point in your life and you want to cleanse and clear and harmonize your life, or whether you want to grow and expand and thrive, or you want to get to a place of an abundance, of an overflow and elevation and enhance your life, then my Sacred Wisdom Library of wisdom and sound is actually literally the most powerful tool that you can have. And entrepreneurs and business leaders of every revenue level step into this library to create from their next vision, their next goals, their next lifestyles, their next level of business growth, because it is all inside you. And so within my library, the amazing thing is, it's like that's the key. You get to unlock what is inside you, and then allow yourself to then elevate to that next version of you that then creates your whole new world, which is even more blissful and even more deeply fulfilling and even more abundant and even more loving and even more nourishing and even more nurturing and even more beautiful and blissful and harmonious and peaceful. So I simply wanted to give you a little backstage pass, so to speak, of where I'm at. And so I have this whole new vision for everything that I am doing and creating, and I am so excited and buoyed by it. I am so I feel so deliciously wonderful, and I just wanted to spread that energy through so you could feel it, you can hear it in my voice, you can sense it, you can know it. And also, if you want a piece of that, then I invite you to visit my website, soulenchantress.com, and there are 3 ways you can work with me. You can read my book, you can immerse yourself in my library of sacred wisdom and cosmic sound, or you can invite me to speak. However, those 2 ways are the most powerful ways that you can access my work. But also, if you just want to dip your toe in the water, at the moment I also have my book, and I also have a cosmic transmission for peace, bliss and joy that is really powerful, and it kind of, over time, when you listen to it every day, it creates this force field around you. So the book and the transmission itself are 2 really powerful and affordable tools you can step into, and then obviously the deeper work you do, you would step into my library. So I really look forward to hearing from you. Visit my website, soulenchantress.com, and message me, and let's get connected and start working. I wish you a beautiful day, and I am the Soul Enchantress. I'll see you at soulenchantress.com. Joyous blessings.